Alright. Well, here we are, Roguelike versus Ace Attorney. I am just waiting on instructions from both managers. Okay, there we go. They want to go, yep, quality rips. You can't swap in quality rips, I'm afraid. He got a suspension. I can sub in Turkey, though. A favorite of mine. Sub by ability for RLG. But keep Serpent of Chaos in. Alright. Or, he did stay in. Yep. I believe auto lineup actually takes into account the fact that their stats are different because of whatever. Like double A positions or whatever. Yeah. Alright. Rips up evidence coming out for 19 years of fucking perfection. Ah, the commentator for this one, by the way. The guy who called it, maybe, who sort of kind of called it, is probably fucking dead. So, rip. Alright, anything else from you? Yeah, you're in preset 1. RLG. Alright, you're good. I believe, then Roguelike. Anything else from you, AOG? Stick to preset 1. You're on that. Alright. I'm going to presume you two are good now. Correct me if I'm wrong while I set up the music. RLG and AOG. Alright, nobody else is saying anything. We're on RLG Stadium. We have the crit ball. These kits don't clash. Got the music ready. Senpai's working. So we are ready to go then. Nobody's stopping me. So here we go. RLG versus AOG. Kicking off. Don't give up. If Konami can make game, so can you. You can surely do better than Konami. I mean, look at this garbage. I mean, not the stadium, but you know what I mean. The game itself. Stadium looks good. Alright, here we go. Anthem time. Alright, here we go with RLG kicking off. Look at this. I like the stadium. It's got a nice aesthetic to it. Oh, Greg is able to keep that ball away from Berlin shitposting, putting it over to We Are Lawyer. We Are Lawyer at the edge of the box. Has to get around the defense. Putting it over to Turkey. A favorite of mine is wide. That's a good first attempt by AOG here. Kind of surprised Turkey was centered up for that strike. Kind of desperate. Very desperate, but still. The Orb Guardian putting it up towards the midline. Sigmund gonna head it down. Otabbing puts it over to Muhammad. Putting it way over to Not a Roguelike. And isn't able to keep it in. They get a corner out of it, though. Sigmund. He's going to take a long-ass kick because he's a gold. Good. Muhammad Ali. Back heels over to Berlin. Shitposting. Tries to pass it back to Muhammad Ali. Greg with a nice interception, but RLG maintained possession. Not a roguelike. Sigmund! Past the keeper. Can't block it. And it's 1-0 for RLG.
Inside me that lies beneath the surface. Crawling, crawling. This lack of self, I fear is never crawling, crawling. I can't crawl to find myself again. My walls are crawling in.
Now this is the confidence. I'm convinced that there's just too much confidence to take.
I've felt this way before.
All right, well, early start for RLG. It's 1-0 at 7 minutes. That is definitely not what AOG want or need right now, because they have a hill to climb if they want to get by. Now they need to win by 3, or no, still 2 or more, but they need 3 goals. Adachi tries a kick there, but it's right to the Orb Guardian. I have a theory. Puts it down for a Turkey, a favorite of mine, but he gets bullied by Otabbing. Oh, and they're going on the attack again. Not a roguelike. Not a roguelike. Pops it into a defender, and it's out for a corner. All right, here's Sigmund taking another long goal kick, or a corner kick. Okay. I'm not sure. It looked like I have a theory headed it down. That could have been maybe an own goal. It may have been a trick of the eye. Asspole is just booting it way the hell over to Greg. Racing up the wing. Giving it over. 19 years of fucking perfection. We Are Lawyer. Turkey, a favorite of mine, to Greg. Back to 19 years of fucking perfection. Greg. Adachi just trying to break through this line. Has to go back. And it's headed down to Otabbing. He's just racing with it. Not challenged too much. Gets around Case. Takes a shot. It's blocked. Not a... What? Not a roguelike. Does able to control it. And it's 2-0. confused. I thought the defender got his foot on that, which is why I went what really loud. But, yeah, that's 2-0, just under 20 minutes for RLG, and the mountain grows ever higher. It's not out of the realm of possibility yet still, but AOG really needs to hang on and get some goals going. We are Lawyer trying to go through the wall here, but it's blocked out and cleared. Not a roguelike coming up on the wing, trying to get around the door. Does. Sigmund racing for it. Case isn't able to get it from him. So go back with it. Berlin shit posting. Berlin wide posting. I haven't gotten anything out of either manager thus far. Not that RLG would probably want to change anything at this point. They're playing pretty well. Their defense is on point. Their offense is on point thus far. AOG have been doing not too bad with the offense, but they're having a real problem getting around this RLG backline. Look at how many players there are, and the pressure's high. And then RLG just get the ball, and AOG have to race back to try and get into the defense, and so far RLG have taken advantage of that twice, and they could take advantage of it more. Yeah, AOG need to win by, the scoreline for AOG needs to be 4-2 for them to go through at this point. We are Lawyer trying to find Turkey, a favorite of mine. Adachi is wide. So the standings are that AOG would need to beat RLG by 2 goals to go through. Otherwise, RLG just goes through. That card. Why would that card be subbed off? Do you mean Quality Rips? Because Quality Rips isn't in. I mean, I could look. I'm not sure why it's relevant. That card is not on here. Yeah. So... Actually, is that card suspended? Shouldn't be. Is it rigged? Did auto lineup rig it? Or is some memes going on here? I mean, all I did was follow instructions here. I don't think auto lineup should have taken him out. I think maybe there's, I don't know. Like all I was given as instructions was, actually, we didn't even do auto lineup. We did manual subs for Turkey, a favorite of mine, and Rips of Evidence, out for 19 years. So the manager didn't sub him off. I didn't sub him off. He was already on the bench. So don't take it up with me. Ain't me. Muhammad Ali leaving off for Sigmund, giving it off for Muhammad Ali, but the gate open and shut. Is able to get to it first. Greg trying his valiantly to steal that ball away. Adachi's able to pick it up, giving it over to Ass Pulls. Nice interference. And it's cleared away. Don't imply me. How dare you? We are Lawyer. We are Lawyer tripped up by the defense again. And Orb Guardian clears it. AOG are just having a hell of a time trying to get around this defense, and meanwhile, on their own defensive line, they're just kind of hanging by a thread a lot of the time. Ah, yes, baited for that exact response. Thank you. Give me all your U's. Here's Adachi. Over to Turkey, a favorite of mine, trying to get around Muhammad Ali, just kind of stumbles into him. And Sigmund picks it up, putting it way up for not a roguelike. I have a theory, racing to try and break it. Blocked. O-tabbing, recovers it. Can't control it. Wow. The door. He just kind of ran into the door himself. That was his own fault. It's no Edda. It's the other way around, guys. You'd know if it was Edda. 1 minute of stoppage for the first half. AOG gonna try and get something happening here. We are lawyer. Okay, good. I'm not sure if that was the defender's fault or not, but he just kind of got a little overeager and put it out. And it's 2-0 at the half. I've gotten 0 from either manager thus far. Oh, RLG says no changes. Smart. Fair enough. And I have not gotten anything out of AOG, so on we go. Bird. No changes. Okay. Thank you. On to the second half. AOG kicking off. Turkey, a favorite of mine, dies. Give that ball to Adachi, and they're actually going to call that on Muhammad Ali. Open and shut, putting it up. We are lawyer, trying to head it down, but what a noble sacrifice. Puts it over to not a roguelike. It gives it to O-tabbing. Way up for not a roguelike to race for. Giving it back to O-tabbing, leaving it off for Muhammad Ali. Blocked! That'll be a corner. I didn't bench the car. That wasn't me. I swear, I only did 2 subs and they were both manual, as requested by the manager. Don't let this be the narrative. Don't believe this fake news. Subs at 65 for AOG. Leaving it out for We Are Lawyer. We Are Lawyer needs some support though. Giving it over to Turkey. A favorite of mine puts it in the wall. Ass pulls, can't reach it before Orb Guardian falls on it. RLG have certainly calmed down a little bit. They're still holding on very well defensively. Oh, maybe not. Not a roguelike. In terms of the offense, not as being as... You know what I mean? It's up for throw-in. That quote might be true in the future, considering both FGO generals are still alive. Turkey, a favorite of mine. Dribbling up with it over the midline. Gets it over to Asspulls on the wing. Asspulls charging up. Bad, awful pass, trying to find We Are Lawyer. It was straight to a defender. Open and shut. No problem. Gives it over to the keeper to clear. G'day Pride. Nice quick passes up. Sigmund over to Not a Roguelike. Not a Roguelike dribbling up with it. Trying to get around Case. Gives it over to Sigmund. Blocked. Sigmund recovers it. Getting around Case. Dribbling. Trying to get it over. Oh, tabbing. Oh, tabbing. That's probably going to be it. It's 3-0 for Roguelike. slots it through a defender's legs. 3 defenders there, and he manages to slip it by through one of the defender's legs. Incredible. Alright, so we actually have sub time for AOG and a change. Alright, so this was in fact Tactical Jeans because that card is now coming on. And we're switching to preset 2. And we're going to +1. Anything else for you, AOG? Real quick. I'm going to assume not, since you gave me everything at once. So Turkey, favorite of mine, coming in. That card coming in. Turkey coming off. There we go, and you're on +1, AOG. So wait a minute. It's that card. And We Are Lawyers just fucking killed. And there's a presumably yellow. Yep, there it is. Yeah, pretty good collision there. Berlin shitposting getting that yellow. But away. Whoa. Alright. Good free kick. Serpent of Chaos is just going to dribble it over to the Orb Guardian. Not a roguelike. Leaving it over for O-tabbing. Sigmund is able to keep that pass. Dribbling around everybody. Cutting inside. Not a roguelike. Puts it into a defender. And 19 years of fucking perfection will clear it. Rest of the subs at 70, which we're at. So let's do those. Subs for both teams, so tell me what you would like. Well, can AOG pull off a miracle is the question. Can they turn about this case? Because things are looking their direst. They needed anything at this moment. It's an ass pull, and a hell of an ass pull. Alright, RLG. RLG. They want... First for Che, out for fault. Walk away out for save scum. And what a noble sacrifice out for do your best. Swap out lowest stamina. Alright, so that's going to be 19 years of fucking perfection. Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be this... do you think I'm incompetent for Hutch? And case out for see it. Yep. Yep. So, yeah, 5 goals in 20 minutes without conceding anymore. That's AOG's goal right now. Sigmund, oh no. Well, oh, it's blocked. It's caught. Not a roguelike picks it up and gives it over to What a Noble Sacrifice. O-tabbing. And it's caught by blocks it. We Are Lawyers able to head it over to Adachi, but it's headed in turn to nobody except walk away. Greg actually picks that up. We Are a Lawyer. We Are a Lawyer saved. And, well, The turnabout seems to be less and less likely as time is going on. Ass pulls over to We Are Lawyer. We Are Lawyer popping it over for Greg. Greg! It's in! Greg actually gets a goal! Oh, 4 more. It's 3-1.
Objection!
All right, well, here we go. 3-1. They can't let RLG score another if they want any sort of hope. Sigmund going for the diving hit. All right. Well, blocks it, blocked it, I guess. And it's cleared by a defender. No, they need 4 more goals if they want to go through. AOG need a 2-goal lead. Ball up to Sigmund. Sigmund receives that pass, trying to give it over to Otabbing. Case has no problem intercepting that. Rips up Evidence. Good pass right into a RLG defender or midfielder. Greg is fucking destroyed by Do Your Best. +2. Here you go, AOG. You're on +2. Yeah, this is not happening, but we'll see if they can get another consolation. AOG, Adachi trying to find Hutch. It's blocked out, and RLG, Sigmund putting it way up for Not a Roguelike, is able to get it. That card is able to dispossess. We Are Lawyer, popping it up. Greg, wait out in the wing, giving it over to Rips Up Evidence, leaving it for We Are Lawyer. Ass pulls, can't get it. Oh, what a blunder by Ass Pulls. And that is it. 3-1 for Roguelike General. And that means Roguelike secures their way into the round of 16 day in some well, you know what I mean. Secure their way into the top 24. And this means Sith4X are slated for the second place round on Friday. God fucking damn. Look at that. Look at that. Jesus Christ. RLG on fire today. 14-9. 8 saves out of blocks it. 8. Didn't look like he got 8, but he got 8. I think it was mostly I think he took time to rev up kind of that old thing where it takes like 20 minutes for the team to really get its shit together. And 2 of those goals were early on, I believe. So, yeah. Your man of the match is Sigmund with a 7. Orb Guardian getting a 6.5. Not a Roguelike getting a 7. Greg getting a 6.5. Alright, yeah, early on. Sigmund from Not a Roguelike at 7. Not a Roguelike unassisted at 19. Otabbing from Sigmund at 65. Subs came on. A sub came on at 67. Berlin shitposting. 81 minutes. Greg from We Are Lawyer. Final subs came on at 81. And that's it. All right, there you go. So that's your Group A. RLG topped the group. They move on to the final, or to the round of 16 day in some fashion. Either they will be seeded automatically or they'll be in the draw. And team heading for the second place survival round will be Civ4 XG in a pretty good position with 6 points. So with that done, we move on to our next match, which should be a banger. It is Final Fantasy General versus Ace Combat General. For now, let's listen to the victory anthem of RLG.